Hi there, it's Louis Lautman, founder of Supreme Outsourcing, here with another client case study with Wynne, the founder of Mythical Media. How are you, Ian?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, Lewis?
Yeah, very good to be here. So I know that you have been in the web development industry for many, many years, and now you have a company called Mythical Media. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is that you guys do?
Yeah, so we actually, thanks by the way, at Mythical Media, we actually create platforms. So much more than just web development, design, user experiences. We actually create products, we do marketing, we kind of create an entire package for people that if and when they want to get online, which as you know, all businesses should be online, we actually help them create success. And we've done that and we've been very successful for our clients in doing that because we package everything together. It's a lot of different things rolled into one.
So not only do you take clients who are looking to get online, but you'll also optimize and improve people who just aren't getting results also, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have a background in data analytics, and a lot of what we do is we use the data of what your previous users have been doing. So if you have a website, it's just not, maybe it's not converting the way you want it to, or it's not, really running and you're not having the results that you want to have from it. We come in, we understand what your users are doing, and more importantly, what they're not doing, and then help you make the modifications, adjust your products, your pricing, your marketing, your messaging, whatever it may be, to really start to help your customers, your potential customers, do more of what you want them to do.
That sounds like a pretty big undertaking for each client. It's not an overnight type thing, is it?
It's definitely not an overnight thing. And we don't take a whole lot of clients at one time because it's really a high-touch business.
Yeah.
Right, as you understand, you really need to understand you as a business. We need to understand your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, where you want to be, and where you see your business in 5 years. When we understand that, that's really where we're able to help you as your business and really help you succeed.
And this is something that, at a very high level, where if an entrepreneur or business owner is running their business, they don't have time or probably even the know-how to do exactly what it is that you do. So, in essence, they're actually outsourcing the web development, the web strategy, the web analytics to a company like yours. Is that correct?
Absolutely. That's absolutely correct.
So, and then a company like yours who has a handful of things that they're doing for a lot of clients, you probably have a lot of different moving parts that you need to manage. And you became a client of Supreme Outsourcing not too long ago, and we've worked with you in developing graphics and developing websites, amongst some other things that we've been doing for you. Can you tell us why, for your business, it's been so important to acknowledge where your core competencies lie and what to take off your plate and figure out where you should be spending your time and where you shouldn't be, and finding a company like Supreme Outsourcing to do all that other work?
Yeah, absolutely. Like all startup businesses, even businesses that have been in business for a while, you need to do less of what's not your core competency, as you said. And so what we really were looking for was somebody to help us grow more quickly as we had more clients coming on board and really helping us take on those tasks that I'm not a designer. I love design. I'm terrible. I try. It just doesn't work. So having an organization, a company that we're able to go to that we trust that says, hey, this is really what we're looking for. And making sure that those expectations are met through communication, through diligent communication is really important for us. And it's all those day-to-day tasks that as an entrepreneur, you really can weigh you down if you're, okay, well, I have to do this, I have to make this post, I have to write this article, I have to do this button, I have to make this change. All of those things really weigh down what you need to be doing as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, which is selling, right? Going out there, marketing your business and selling. And working with a company like Supreme Outsourcing has really allowed us to do more of what we as a business need to do while still providing the same level of service to our clientele that we need to provide based off of our brand and what the expectations are from our clients to us.
Yeah, and I know when you first started, you were telling me that you were doing a lot of the work in-house. You've got an internal team that you're doing a lot of the work with. Have you had experiences prior to working with Supreme in terms of trying to find someone who's reliable, finding someone who has the quality that you can do, finding someone that you can depend on to manage and oversee and be held accountable for your projects? Have you had any experience about that, of looking out into the world and trying to find the right person?
Yeah, I have, and a lot of that experience hasn't been that great. Right? A lot of those times have been, it costs a lot of money to work with us, and so when we actually have and send out business, okay, well, just do this page or do this or whatever that may be. Those expectations are, one, really hard to make sure that they're conveyed appropriately. Right? We've had a lot of times where we've worked with a multitude of different companies, and there's been a fall down there. Okay, well, the deliverable wasn't met, the timelines, the expectations, whatever it was, while conveyed, wasn't met, and that had been a frustration with a lot of the companies we'd worked with in the past. And managing on our end that customer is important for us.
Yeah. Do you feel that over time, I mean, when you first get started with a new company, it might be a little bit challenging, or maybe we picked it up right away. Do you find that over time the communication might have gotten a little easier, a little quicker, we became a little bit more proficient over time in the relationship in terms of being able to deliver what you wanted as you've been growing with us?
I think working with Supreme Outsourcing, one of the things that I liked best was the frequency of communication. Right? I never felt like I didn't have somebody, or somebody on my team wasn't able to reach out and have, let's be real, a realistic expectation of a response time. Right? With a lot of the other companies I've worked with, there had been days and days and days that had gone by without a response. Multiple calls, multiple messages on Skype, emails, whatever it is. That was one of the things I really liked with Supreme Outsourcing, was the response readiness that was provided.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I personally can appreciate that. I mean, especially when you're working in a virtual environment and you really need to know something and find out what's going on, or where something's at, or delegate a task, or give an update, and it's imperative to be able to have that contact. And that's one of the things that we at Supreme pride ourselves in, that we might not be available for that phone call immediately. We might be, but if we're not, we'll get right back at you, or at least set an expectation of when we should be. What were some of the things, Ian, that you were looking for initially in a company that you could depend upon? Because clients are paying such a value-add premium for your high-quality services that you provide. What was important to you when you were looking for a company to delegate tasks to?
Quality, timeliness, and responsiveness. Right? They have to meet a certain level of quality. They have to meet a responsiveness, as we talked about, the communications, and then the timeliness of those expectations being met. And with effective communication, that should never be an issue. And I think that was one of the things, again, when we were able to communicate effectively with Supreme Outsourcing, with your team, we had deliverables and timelines that were met, which is hugely important for my business and for my clients and for me personally, because if I have to continue to take my time, or somebody on my team has to continue to take their time, asking the same thing, working on the same thing, that's not sustainable, right? And so it's good when we're able to get through that, move through that, and have those expectations met very quickly and rapidly.
Yeah, no, totally. That's one of the things that we pride ourselves in, is the level of integrity and our ability to communicate. We actually do a lot of training with our project managers, sending them through certain courses. And if anybody knows me and the level of rigor that I have in my communication and my accountability, it's something that holds true throughout the company. What would you suggest, Ian? There's probably some people that are watching this and they're thinking about, I've got a lot of work on my plate and I'm not sure if I can afford to outsource. I always tell people you can't afford not to outsource. I mean, you've got to figure out where your time is most effectively spent. Maybe you can think back to a time when you were trying to do it all yourself and you were maybe going through the same concerns. What would you say to somebody who's thinking of outsourcing? They're not sure if Supreme's the right company. They don't even know if anybody, whether it's our company, another company, if outsourcing is the right thing for them. And what would you suggest to somebody who's watching this and falls into that boat?
I would say look at your bank balance. Look at your bank balance and look at how many people you're actually going out there to tackle. How many people are you actually getting in front of, and how many people are you looking to get your product or your service in front of? Now, if you could get that in front of maybe another 5 or 10 people a week, a month, what would that mean to your business? What would that mean to your bank account? And I think that's hugely important for entrepreneurs to really look at, because if you have to spend less time setting up scheduling appointments, or answering emails, or doing some basic social media stuff, or some of the stupid stuff that we all have to do anyways, that you're able to give to somebody and allow them to do, just look at what you can do. Look at how it would impact your business in a positive way by having somebody else do that, which allows you to go do more sales and more marketing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's one of the things that we experience with a lot of clients, is they might start with a project manager with a team of people, and they might give us a certain amount of hours, and then they end up scaling up and they get more hours. And the interesting thing is, and this is for everybody who's watching this, is once you start the process of delegating, once you start getting things off your plate and you see that it can get done, you want to get more off your plate.
Absolutely. And you said something that's really important, is start small, test it out. That's one of the things, Supreme Outsourcing has a lot of flexibility, which I appreciated, right? Start small, start to see what the value can be to your business. And when you do maybe 10, 20 hours a week, and then you scale up to 40 and then 80 and more, you can see how that can really start to impact in a positive way your business. And I think that was something that was attractive to me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Or you can jump right in with the full-time team. Either way, we'd love to help you. So, Ian, Wynne, Mythical Media, thank you very much. And if you're watching this, we'd love to give you a free consultation. Go ahead and send us a message, and we'd love to set up a time to show you how we can help you free up your time, reduce your expenses, and increase your revenue by focusing on what matters most to your business and help you do more of what you love and less of what you don't love. This is Louis Lautman, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.